This is the 8th lecture class of the subject Energy Conversion 2. In this class we will discuss EMF equation of an alternator. So let us start EMF equation of an alternator. So first we see what are the terms used in EMF equation. First, let P is the number of poles present in an alternator. Phi is the total number of flux per pole. N is the rotational speed in revolution per minute. Rotational speed in revolution per minute, that is RPM. N is the small n. Here student, you differentiate between this capital and small n. Capital N is the speed in RPM, but small n, the small n, it is the speed in revolution per second. Rotational speed in revolution per second. So this value is, we may write it as n by 60. Okay. As you know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. So if I write this small n in terms of capital N, it is n by 60 RPS. Then F. F is the frequency in Hertz, and its value we derived from synchronous speed of an alternator, which equation is represented as 120 F by P. So we may write this equation as F is as an product of speed in RPM by into number of pole divided by 120, and in terms of RPS its value is Np by 2. Okay, Np by 2. Then let Zp is the number of armature conductor per each phase. And Tp is the number of coil per phase. It means let here I will take the example of a alternator, 3-phase alternator having 2 number of pole. Let here I have taken the example of alternator, 3-phase alternator of 2 pole, having 2 number of pole. This is north pole, this is south pole. Okay, and this is phase A, this one is let phase B, this one is let phase C. Okay, so suppose under, this is the N pole, this is the S pole. So the slot I will place here a conductor. Under north pole I place this conductor, suppose it is A, and its A dash is under north pole. Suppose here I take the example of concentrated winding. Okay, concentrated winding means the coils are or conductors are concentrated in a single slot. So here Zp is the number of conductor per phase. Zp is the number of conductor per phase. What is a conductor? These are the coil side, okay. And what is a coil? A coil, it consists of one pair of coil side. So if Zp is the number of conductor per phase, then the number of coil per phase is Zp by 2. Clear? It is Zp by 2. Number of conductor per phase by 2. That is the number of coil per phase. Students, you note all these things. Now I will erase this one and derive the EMF equation. Okay. Next, you know that average EMF per conductor, average EMF per conductor is total flux by time taken to complete one revolution. Time taken to complete one revolution. Here you know that F is the flux per pole and P is the number of pole. It is the flux per pole in Weber. Flux per pole. And P is the total number of pole present in an alternator. So how much total flux is created? The total flux is the product of flux per pole and total number of pole, that is phi into P, and time taken to complete one revolution. You know that in 1 second the rotor, it complete n number of revolution in RPS. Okay, so one revolution, for one revolution it takes 1 by n second. Clear? Again I repeat, for in 1 second a rotor, it completes n revolution per second. So it takes how much time to complete one revolution? That is 1 by n second. Now I put this two formula in this equation. So my equation become therefore average EMF per conductor is total number of flux by 1 by n, and this one is pi p n. Okay, or you know that F is equal to, as synchronous speed is equal to 120 F by P, so F is equal to Np by 120 in terms of RPM, or it is Np by 2 in terms of RPS. So in this equation, in place of Np, if I write F, it is 2F. Np is equal to 2F, right? We may write in place of Np as 2F. So here I put in place of Np, it is 2F phi. Clear? Take it as equation number 1. The next, average EMF per phase. Average EMF per phase, we derive how much average EMF is induced in the armature conductor per phase. So we derive, or we may write this equation as number of conductor per phase into average EMF per conductor. So number of conductor per phase is Zp and average EMF per conductor is 2F5. Okay? So the equation became 2Zp/F5. Now in place of conductor per phase, if I write the coil per phase, number of coil per phase, as you know before, the relationship between, here I write Zp and Z phase is 2 Tp. So Tp is equal to Zp by 2. So in place of Zp, I write it is 2 into 2 Tp F5, which is equal to 4 Tp F5. Take it as equation number 2. Now we derive, this is the average value of EMF induced in a conductor per phase. Now I derive the RMS value of EMF induced in a conductor per phase, whose value is, you know that RMS value is the product of form factor and the average value. Or what is form factor? Form factor is the difference, that is the ratio between RMS value of an alternating quantity to its average value. So anyway we may derive the form factor. So now I derive RMS value of an alternator per phase, that is equal to form factor into average value per phase. As you know that form factor is the ratio between the RMS value to average value of an alternating quantity. So form factor of an alternating quantity is a constant value whose value is 1.11, and average value you get is 4 Tp/F5, this much volt. Which is equal to 4.44 Tp/F5 volt. If I include the distribution factor and pitch factor in this EMF equation, the equation become distribution factor Kd and pitch factor or coding factor, that is Kp Tp/F5. This equation gives EMF equation of an alternator. Okay. So after completion of this topic, students, you have learned what is the EMF equation of an alternator and on which factor the EMF equation of an alternator depends, and also by knowing this you are easily solve any of the numericals based on EMF equation of an alternator, and also you will able to solve or able to find these two factor that is distribution factor and pitch factor of an alternator. Thank you.